So start by making a slit in your fabric. I like to fold the fabric and then cut along the fold to make a hole about the size of the button. So once you've got your slit, make sure that your button does fit in it and then comes out easily. And then thread yourself a needle and tie a little knot at the very end. So then you want to put your needle in on the back side, on the side of the slit, just a little bit from where the slit starts. And you want to pull up the thread, not quite all the way up. You want to leave it so there's a little bit of a tail on the back side. So there's a little tail. And then on the front side, you'll just slip the needle in through that slit. And pull the thread up, and then on the back side, where that tail is, just slip your needle through the hole in the tail. And then pull the thread up so everything is nice and tight. Then back on the front side, push your needle up from the back side. Again, just a little ways away from the slit. And then you'll put the needle in very close to where you started. Push it through the fabric and then push the tip up, bring the tip up through the slit. Pull it so there's a little loop and dip the needle through the loop. And then pull everything up tight, pulling it toward the direction of the slit. So in this case it's being pulled toward the right because that's where the slit is. So then you just do the same thing again. Push the needle down through the fabric, just a little ways from the other one. Bring the tip up through the slit. Pull the thread up so there's a loop. And then dip the needle through that loop and pull everything up tight toward the slit, or toward the right in my case. And so then you just keep going all the way around. Basically it's a tiny blanket stitch, so you just keep going all the way around the buttonhole, pushing the needle through the fabric and up through the slit, and then dipping it through the loops and always pulling it toward the slit. So you just keep going all the way around the hole. When you get to the end of it, on one side, you just go right around the edge, still pulling toward the slit, so always pull the thread in. And so then once you're on the other side, you're doing the exact same thing, you're just doing it in reverse. So you dip the needle in the fabric, bring the tip up through the slit, pull the thread up until you got a loop, and dip the needle through it. And then in this case, I'm pulling the thread up tight toward the left because that's the way the slit is this time. So always pull it toward the slit once you dip the needle through the loop. So then just go all the way around. Once you've gotten to the end, you just want to dip the needle through the slit and bring it up through the fabric. So you're doing the reverse of what you've been doing the whole time. So this time you go through the slit first and then pull it up through the fabric. You want to do that once or twice just to kind of end the thread. So I'm going to do it again here. Through the slit and then bring the tip up through the fabric. And then just push the needle down through the fabric and pull it up tight so the needle's on the back side. And so then you just want to run your needle under some of the threads that are already there. Make a loop and dip the needle through there to make a knot. You want to do that 2 or 3 times to give it a nice good knot. And once you've done that, cut off the excess. And then you should have a nice buttonhole that will not fray because the threads keep it from fraying. And your button should just slip right in through the hole, just like that. And then it should just slip out just as easily. And so there's your buttonhole.